Sorry about that, man. So it's gonna be this video gonna be broken up in two sides. So, like I was saying about traveling, right? If I deal with somebody, if I deal with somebody here, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a whole bunch of running around doing certain things based off how she views me, based off her past and dysfunction, based off all this other crap that I have to deal with. But if I go somewhere else, I'm not gonna see that up close. All the stuff that all this kind of crazy crap going on, I can actually refrain from being inside of this dysfunction, because the fact is, I could separate myself from mixing up the dating aspect and the business aspect, or the focus, and I can keep myself focused. And then all I got to do is take a break. I could unplug. What these dudes don't understand is that they want you to play their game so you can actually you can be juggling all these things at the same time. While you juggling work, or you juggling girlfriend, and you juggling kids, and you juggling the game, and you juggling this, instead of just having you compartmentalize, where you don't have to spend all these hours and hours and all this money to talk to females and on the phone and doing all this and interrupting your time and this time. All you have to do is set aside, a month, 2 months, or if you flexible, if your job is flexible, you get some vacation time and you go overseas and you mess with women over in overseas. What the is the problem with some of these dudes trying to sit there and make you a juggling artist? Because the time you will spend trying to court a female here, and the time you spent doing all this crazy stuff, she will already banged half of these dudes who are against guys traveling. While you're running around doing all this crazy stuff, they're laughing and sitting next to the girl while with all her shit out, and him sitting there saying, "That dude still calling you? I might do something with him, but I ain't gonna do nothing with him." These are the conversations that dudes like that against Sysbm benefited from years. And don't let me get to the guys who they can't do that to, who just say we're done with it. They make fun of guys who got sex dolls. They make fun of guys who just don't want to deal with no women and say something wrong with them. And it's like, dag, your power comes so much from female validation and female sexual attention that you gotta shame guys and say all this other crap and go against guys and back and forth and all this other stuff because your power source is disrupted. And the fact is, it's weird that it ain't disrupted. It's just you got to put more time in. See, all these guys that I see, online, they're a prototype stereotypical guy who would benefit off of other people's hard work or other people's putting in work to get a girl. And what these guys don't understand is they'll never put out the real statistic on how many of these women are not like this. They won't. No one, like, it's like my analogy with the new laptop in the landfill. If I throw a new laptop, any type of laptop, high power laptop in a landfill, could you find it? You won't find it. It's a landfill. You might well just go to the place and buy it, or go to a place where you can get it without all this hustle, all this hassle. It's better for me to throw a new laptop in a dumpster or even the trash, where you won't waste a lot of time picking it out the trash or the dumpster. But if I throw it in the landfill and tell you to search in there, you're gonna be doing it for years. And this is what I think these dudes want. They want to send these signals to make these dudes the entertainment for women again, so they don't have to be the entertainment for women. Also, they want these guys to be guys that they can sit there and lord over and be like, yeah, man, I banged his wife and he doing all this for her. Or something like this. You know, these dudes are all about drama and conflict. None of them actually have the capability of conflict resolution. And I see this. This is why they don't like anything that other brothers do that's different. Because I don't like saying brothers, but they don't like anything different that other people do. If guys said that they MGTOW, oh, I don't. Why you gotta have an acronym? Why don't you just leave? And when they do leave, and the females, you know, your daughters and people in your family, where all the good men at? But you're not gonna say nothing about them talking about us when majority of people left and do leave. And imagine that it was quiet. It was no Sysbm, there was no MGTOW, there was none of this out here, and magically everything closed. The narrative would be men are weak, they don't want to date us because they're weak, or they're something else, or they're this or that. They would have put a whole new narrative that these dudes would not combat or go against. Super Sly keep talking about nobody never said anything when I said something to Irene Yvette of being a swirler and comparing you to guys to Nambler. Y'all wasn't there when y'all didn't do nothing like that. Y'all didn't stand up for y'all gram. Who cares about her, dude? You acting like you did some crazy stuff. Oh yeah, man, I stood up for men. Dude, you use men as a pawn and a tool to go against the ghetto version, the ghetto side of black people. But then now the educated guys don't need you to speak for them no more. So now you're mad that you can't use them anymore as to your advantage to go against other black people that you don't like. Or burn the community down. Then you talking about, oh, you just can't say that to all black women. What about this and what about that? Not all black women. No, not all black women don't do that, man. So first you was burn the community down, F these kids. But then you turn around saying, oh, I'll do something for the community. Oh, it ain't all like that. Y'all guys are lazy. Like, you stand on your square. Like, have one point. At least do that, man. Just tell the truth like these women. Hey, man, I don't want these guys to leave, because if they do leave, then we got to do more work, because they're not gonna have these guys to filter out the bull crap. You ain't gonna have guys to taking women on dates and stuff. You're not gonna have the women to use for emotional support and all this. Look, man, clubs are closing down because single men are not buying crap no more. These restaurants are closing down because single men are going there and paying for dates like that. Not because just y'all, but the other side is going too. You wanted to keep using you wanted to keep using the good brothers for your talking points online against other people. Cause I remember on an O'Shea chat, on an O'Shea live, this dude Super Sly was like, "Hey man, you know, y'all didn't like the educated guys. Why would you sit here and act like y'all cared about him? I don't blame them leaving your asses. It's good that they left you, because y'all don't care about when the nerds leave the community, or when one of y'all Pookie and Raymond kill one of the nerds. Where they shot at? Where they this and that?" And I'm looking like, okay, he's speaking some stuff in an argument. A year later, where y'all going at? Who y'all saving yourselves from? Who y'all saving yourself from? What y'all save yourself from, huh? Like, what? Last year you was just speaking up for nerds, but now the nerds came together and said we not doing shit for y'all. We saving ourselves first. Oh man, what's going on? Then you got guys on the platform literally admitted it, like this Georgia boy dude, GA Georgia boy. Oh man, I was out there before. I didn't care. I was just banging women and doing all this and stuff. But I had one girl who stood by my way. So you trying to equate that your dysfunctional relationship, while a female who should have left you in the first place when you was cheating on her and stuff, but you trying to talk down the guys at SYSBM. And the funny part is we got heavy hitters like MOT who shut all these people down. But what these dudes do is if they see a group of men walking around, a group of friends, they'll point at the shortest guy in the group and say, yo, those guys are lame. Or they'll walk in a room full of smart kids and the smallest and the most smelliest kid in the room, they'll throw that representation of everybody in that whole room. This how weak these dudes are. Because MOT be telling them, hey, blah, blah, blah. It don't mean that way. I'm trying to have it like this and this is, I back up the movement, blah, 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 blah. And then they be like, oh, the guys in the chat, man, they this, they this, that. No, the guys in look, man. These guys are so weak. They always pick on people they think they can pick on and try to make it try to make that out to be the whole movement. Like the guy Ben De Silva, whatever his name is, he's a horrible representation of SYSBM. Every time I see him on lives and chats and stuff like that, he's flirting back and forth. He's going the opposite route. Now, Supreme King Coon is a good one when he goes and he debates people because he says a con. And if I ever, I don't know, because I don't know how to use Streamlabs. I mean, StreamYards or whatever it's called. I don't know how to use it fully functional like that. I'm used to Minicam because it was easy to operate. I would have tried to came on and said, hey, I understand where you're coming from. You got everything has a pro and con in it. Y'all need to bring the proof of con. I can tell you the con of everything and the pro of everything. And that's the whole point that everybody wasn't trying to say when he was talking about the single fiber rate. And he came up with good points. And nobody was arguing it down. But then, they wanted to turn it to SYSBM and all that other stuff. The thing is that the arguments of these dudes who go against SYSBM are pretty much the same way. First, they say, you guys are lazy. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all never had beautiful women before. Mind you, they never met you. They don't know you. They don't know your experience. But you just sound like that. Okay, if I say you sound like a felon, do that mean it's true? It's become crazy. And then they grab the lowest denominator of a representation of a group and they say, hey, that's all y'all. And they try to make an argument and it just goes and goes and goes and goes. I just can't blame these people. Because the content creators allow this stuff to go on. And they go back and forth, back and forth. Oh yeah. To me, it's annoying. To have people come on the conversation. I'm with Keith Lamont. I'm with Keith Lamont. And I wish Keith Lamont would actually, I wish Keith Lamont would actually make his own channel. Because I know it will be strict. And he would get a lot of followers. Because he has the standard of what other people want to do. I know I could see him blocking certain females out of the chat. Like, oh, you go over there. Or taking people down and say, yo, I'm not here for this argument. But he need to make a channel. But other content creators, they just let this go on. And you could put an experiment, you could put a case study, but the case study can go on but so long. You can have a case study 3 times or 5 times a month. After that, toss them out, keep them off your platform, and then when you want them to come on your platform the next month, open it back up. It's not that hard because it really degrades the channel quality when all these dudes just come in and just sound just the same. Sound like matriarchal drones, and they try to act like they're trying to they trying to peep game. No, they're trying to find some kind of strategy where they can stop the men that they used to using. They try to stop them so they can get the girl the advantage and say, yo, yeah, read this real quick and see what you could do if you could get these guys this way. I mean, to me, it's very irrelevant. It's very, you're not gonna out strategize guys who know what y'all about and how to deal with people. You're not gonna do it. And then you like, oh man, you Ben Crane, you hustling backwards because you think it's okay and if you go to another country and this and that. No, nobody said that, dude. But it's a lot easier. And the fact is, somebody who have trouble here can go over there. These guys really try to put people in a box. It's kind of like saying, well, if you can't play basketball in America, you can't play basketball in another country. Kobe Bryant did it. And rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. But Kobe Bryant went to another country and honed his craft and came back. There's plenty of people who was lame over here, and became something over in another place. Like I said, in history, people been doing that for years. Christopher Columbus, that dude was not even that good. I mean, he wasn't even that prominent in his country like that. He had to go under a queen. But when he came over here, and the reason why he was so brutal and all this other stuff that he did is because it made him feel like he was the man. So you can't go to another place and be, you're a lame over there. You ain't gonna be a lame over. You gonna be a lame over there. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Or you gonna have the same mindset. No. You gotta play under somebody else's rules, and you gotta make sure that you don't bring certain things over there. And guess what? When dudes travel, they come over. They come and make videos and be on Facebook groups. They tell their experiences. There's about 5% of dudes who get played out of the whole 100%. There's guys right now out of that 100% of men who do travel. About 25 or 35% out of that 100% are married, and then now they live in that country. So all this back and forth crap to these guys who actually feel like they can try to school you. And one thing I want to say before with these other dudes too is that how long-winded these dudes really be. I'm only long-winded because of this right here. And you see me checking the time sometimes to see how long I'm going on. These guys are long-winded because all they do is talk to females. Because when you talk to females, you forget the time. So it shows me that they wholeheartedly waste so much time with females. They start taking female attributes onto them where they just don't respect other men. They got the female thing into them. They like the feminist mindset. They got the female cells in them now. They overtalk people. They don't let nobody get another word in. They want to get the last word. And they can't shut the hell up and let other people talk. They gotta have some type of word in. No, let me talk. No, it's his turn. No, let me talk. No. I'm like, wow, man. And they don't get it. They don't get that. Like, if you talking to somebody, you let them talk. That's how messed up these dudes are. They don't have no consideration, just like females. Man. Okay, let me get to this situation that I'm in, and I'm going to show you why there can never be a unity between black men, good black men, and the guys who used to be players or used to be, the side dudes. So this was in a video on another person's YouTuber channel, and I see this comment right here, so I screenshotted it. So it's crazy how I found out when a woman is married in a relationship after I hit and expect me to replace the guy they were with. Nah, I'm good. My job is done here. At least he said once I found out. This is the guy that lurks around in the black community or in America. They find out a chick is married. The chick want to upgrade, but he continue to sleep with the woman, knowing that it's hurting a guy. But then they go against Sysbm. See, these men like this you can't build a community with, because the first person you should go to if you find out a woman is married is her husband, so he could get out of that situation. You could do it anonymously, and this is what I said in that comment. So let's read the comment right here. I found out women were married and they really don't want to end their relationship with a beta male provider. They just want some different pipe. See? And this is the downplaying of the actual male role of being a provider. You're a beta male provider now. This is what they want men to be. This is why Sysbm exists. Because you don't have to be a part of this shit where you get exalted by somebody and you don't even know your chick is cheating on you and they calling you better male provider. Wow, man. Yeah, a lot of wives and girls are like that. So dudes, when they say they going out with their girls, they think they're really going out with the girls. You better go check her. Telling the truth, right? I don't have to show who ruined relationships and ruin the trust of the men that they think that should stay here. You already ruined these chicks already. There is no good women out here because these women want the same deal with these guys right here. In America, you gave these women just a pass to do whatever they want. And when people do whatever they want for so long, they never ever face the consequences until it's too late. So that's why I never wifing. I've been the side dude too many times and had too many female friends confess to me what they do behind their boyfriend's back. I really believe that most women have or will cheat on their husbands / long-term boyfriends. They don't want to leave their boyfriend. They don't want to leave their relationships. They want the thrill of a new N-word / dude. And the problem is women won't reveal it and don't. Oh man, gotta word it. Women won't reveal it and men don't believe it. Don't fall for the hype. Most of these women have access to multiple men. Because I didn't finish it. That was a true comment. But you're talking about it from the perspective of a side dude. And this is why I say you can't work together with some black people, man. Because they participated in this shit and then act like they not a part of it anymore when you did it. You didn't make up for it. You didn't give all the people that you slept with that were married and had boyfriends. You didn't go up to that guy and get him out of that situation. So how the hell I'm supposed to build a community or build something with a person like this when he knew he did something bad and he allowed his chick to get away with that shit? He allowed it, but you want to be on here telling your story like you are a recounting of something. Oh, I slept with two. I've been side dudes to too many female. I've been the side dudes too many times. Many female friends confessed to me what they did behind their boyfriend's back. And and you wonder why these dudes are saying Sysbm. Save yourself, black man, from these fucking degenerate ass dudes who act like they good guys now. Dude, you could call me a snitch, but I'm gonna do that shit behind the scenes. I'm gonna have a confidential informant telling me, come on. I'm gonna have a confidential informant file on all the chicks who cheated on somebody, on all the chicks who try to talk to me, or all the people like that, and then hit these dudes up and be like, yo, your girlfriend is trying to talk to this to some dude. This. I'm gonna make sure that all these chicks will watch their back when they do that, because they will learn from that shit. I did it couple times when I had certain days, certain groups, and certain information. I did it a couple times where these women were exposed. The dude dumped them, found a better chick, and now these women are bitter, mad, and sad that their boyfriends, their ex-boyfriends and ex-husband went around and said, hey, I got a message that she was cheating on with this. They posted it online and said, don't trust this chick. It was so good to see guys working together against some of these females, these cheating females, that half of these females had to leave that city and go to another city, or even get out of this country, just so they could start over, because nobody wanted to deal with them. And this is what it should happen. If you talking about brotherhood, if you talking about black men build a business so we can work together, I can't work with a dishonest person who did some dishonest shit back then. But you try to come down, because that dishonesty is one female and one mistake away for happening again. I'm serious. It's kind of like a drug addict who popped pills and did all this crazy stuff. It take them one time to relapse. And this is what these former side dudes and side players, ex-players, and all these people, they will relapse eventually. They will see somebody else's wife that they doing business with. Oh, we black guys, we doing business with each other, man. We got this utopia of doing business. You sleep with his wife, and then somebody come to the dude and say, hey, yo, dog, your business partner that you got in there who's talking all this black business stuff slept with your wife, man. Huh? Right here, I got the file right here. But don't do anything to him, man. I'm gonna handle it, because look, break that deal, get that deal to me. I'm gonna handle the situation so you don't get your hands dirty. That's how brotherhood shit goes. Even in a mob, they had that shit where you don't touch another man's wife. But with black people, they want to throw that shit in the back and hide it, just like these females want to hide their past. And then come into people's spaces and act like they self-improvement coaches, or walk around here and act like they get into spaces and they want to understand stuff. Dog, you been in this dysfunction, dog. Go over there with the other dysfunctional dudes and work with the other dysfunctional dudes. Stop trying to mix up with everybody, man. Because the fact is, the people who have morals should work with other people who have morals. Now, let's go to another one. Oh, it's the same one. I got the thing. Most of these chicks have access to too many things that they take advantage of if they feel they won't get caught. He's right about that. Now, here's my comment. So, don't have to get involved in somebody's business. Oh, no, my bad. Damn, what the hell? Don't have to get involved in somebody else's business when he was the one he was lied to in the first place. You never know how. Fucked up, because I was typing and doing something else. So basically, I checked this dude and told him that he tried to tell me, because I don't got the other I I don't got the other screenshot I got. Oh, let me see if I got it. Nah, don't got it. My bad. But he told people that he told me to stay out of the business, but I said I can reply with him. Don't have to get involved in somebody's business when he lied. He was lied to in the first place. You never know how the husband will react. Just learn from it and go about your business. Oh no. He said this to me. My bad. She will eventually screw up and the husband will find out he chose her. Let him deal with her. Do not get in the middle. You have no idea what's going on in their situation. X revenge for that. And I checked him from that, but I don't have it. Damn it, man. I think I know what I said, man. Let me find it. Damn it. Sorry, man. We make mistakes sometimes, man. Cause I could just read it on my I could just read it on something else. Let me look for it. Oh. Damn, I didn't save it. Oh shit. Damn it, I didn't save it. Somebody gonna have to go look for it. Whatever. I'm gonna have to look for it. It's probably in the section. Oh, like I was saying, so he pretty much tried to put the onus on the guy, and he tried to blame the guy and said don't get in the middle of it. So it's kind of like, to me, all this fake brotherhood, all this working together bullshit, it only equals to you doing the work and they benefited off of your work and having fun. Okay, here we go. I found it. I found it, man. Found it. Yeah, it ain't take me that long to find it. Still in my my notifications. It was like 2 weeks ago. So I pretty much came at him and said some men can't cheat on their wives or girlfriends or wife. That reply showed me you think it's okay to fuck somebody else's wife and let the woman get away with treating a man like that. If you fuck another man's wife or girlfriend, it doesn't matter what happened down the line. You have to say something because men like you, and this would be the same men who call another man incel for not getting with a woman he don't want. And you don't know how many hours and how much money how much money a man had to spend to get this woman. She's getting over on him. I've been there and told on all the women who cheated on their man, and it was never about no bullshit like revenge sex from husband cheating. What the fuck is that? Most men, like I said, can't get another chick. This is why women like to cheat on men. They know they can't. They know cheat on men they know can't pick or get another chick. Now it shows me that none of the men who fuck other men's wives and girlfriends can give advice on getting women or tell them something is wrong with them. See, in other countries, a man who sleeps with another man's wife would be killed in front of the wife, and the wife would be kicked out of the house. everything she came from, and this would be in front of 30 people to show this what happens to men who sleep with other people's wives. So this is what his reply was. So guys have to walk in on them having sex with his wives, then try to kill the guy, not knowing the woman never told him that she was married. So it's not always the guy's fault. If you try to approach a man and tell his wife he might not believe you. If he does, you're the guy sleeping with the wife. You be putting your life in danger. Some men are crestplegic. It's not wise to get involved in a foul situation you don't know anything about. Just walk away. It's not worth the tangle, the stress, or your life over a foul chick. Leave her alone and find to the next. And then I just told this dude. He didn't listen to me at all. I told this dude right then and there. I said some guys can't fucking get another chick. They put time and money into a female. These are these side dudes online posting this, and you wonder why guys went SYSBM. You wonder why guys go SYSBM. His reply just told me what this dude was all about. So women like that will eventually get caught. It's a matter of time. Okay, dude, I used to have hackers, and I used to hire PIs to look into guys who talk shit about me and try to brag about their wives and girlfriends. Most of the time the women were cheating, so I keep them to myself. But some guys I liked, and I found a way to show them an email, and you don't get it. How many years a man had to look for the right one, and how many hours talking to her, and how much he had to spend just to get this woman to like him. Most men can't go to the next because they've been doing that shit for years. Some men are exhausted dating and wasting their time in life going after women. They made a lot of money, at the top of their career. Some men are not players, and they don't want to be. It's mostly women out here that's been cheating on men for 20 years. So after this, he had nothing to say, because the fact is I was right. He couldn't argue me down after that. I had ways of literally telling married men and men who was in relationships anonymously that their girlfriends and wives were cheating on them with certain guys, and got those guys out of that situation. See, I really do know what brotherhood is. But these other dudes, when they talk about, hey man, we gotta do business and stuff like that. We gotta focus on power and stuff. Look, my man's. You went in dysfunctional behavior. You hide it. So if you did dysfunctional behavior and you trying to be good, what is to say that you might do some dysfunctional shit to me, or you might do what the stuff that you used to do to me if we work together? See, these guys benefited off of people's hard work and dedication, and they're trying to turn this around and make it a business aspect or be political power and all this. We got to do better, black man. We got to do this and talk about this instead of chasing women and blah 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 blah. Look, man, I don't want to be around moralist men. I don't want to be around men who don't got values, who don't got any kind of standards, and I don't want to be around pretenders at all. I mean, so when I hear these talks about working together, building businesses and black owned businesses, I'm hearing like you build something and you just enter a field with other guys who you don't know they pass. Cause if we get in the same room, I gotta know everything you did. You ever slept with somebody's wife and girlfriend or whatever? Did you know knowingly? You got a criminal record. You got beef with people. How many people you think don't like you? How many enemies you accumulated over the years? All these different questions that they might not answer. So I'm gonna move on to this chick right here, right? I used to cupcake with this chick on Facebook. And she ignored me real bad. No hard feelings. But it's kind of funny that this chick who had access to all these dudes, that these dudes are saying, they're so good out here. There's a lot of plethora of women out here. They're this and they're that. This is one of the so-called good chicks that they try to promote you to be with. But this is the kind of stuff they say on social media. I want a boyfriend, but I don't want to train it or nothing. Train it or nothing? But you trying to convince guys not to go nowhere else but to stay here. You're doing a shitty job at this, man, because they doing a shitty job at self-promotion, and they doing a shitty job at promoting all of them overall. Promoting the whole race of them overall. Now let's go to this Black Caesar guy. My bad. I picked the wrong screenshot. So this Black Caesar talks about the black community and all this other stuff, but he bounced from chat to chat. Then he lies, and he used talking points from C Boogie, Roger Nelly Curry, ARC, and he thinks he can live vicariously through them, even though he didn't find his black chick yet. So I got in back and forth with this dude, and I said something to him. These red pill spaces are becoming more and more overwhelmed by nerds who little to no experience with women. They think that their accomplishments are enough to make up for their awkwardness. Okay, let me break this down with this dude, Black Caesar. Your black community want their accomplishments. You want to hide behind these guys' accomplishment because they're black, and you want to say, hey, a black man could do it. This black man could do it. The awkwardness is not there because if the dudes are not ghetto and none of this other stuff, I don't have enough time to break this down from this dude. But this is the same dude who says you could find some quality women here, but you're going to sit back and downplay a man's accomplishments enough to make up the awkwardness. Awkwardness is subjective. But your stupid ass come in these chats and say all this dumb stuff, but you don't understand that awkwardness is subjective to the person and to that culture. If one person like anime and video games and don't like all the stuff that this girl don't like, of course it's going to be awkward because he don't want to say nothing that's going to make her feel like he's better than her, or he don't want to put himself down below her because he doesn't want to dumb himself down. So here we go. What he said to me. Y'all can stay going because of the nerds. Some of y'all guys never exist. So it be like you no longer there from the very beginning. So pretty much he said that we don't exist and the nerds don't exist and nobody knows we around. Okay, why are you in the spaces? Why are you even on the internet? And it definitely, that was created by nerds. It wasn't created by you pro black punk boys. And it wasn't created by no alpha males either. The internet was created by smart, intelligent men. So, I mean, you're on a platform going back and forth, and this dude is lame. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but this dude is real lame. He's weird. He don't belong. He belong in a few chat rooms, but he goes around, and then when he does come up on a panel, he get destroyed, and he can't talk. Everybody destroyed him. MOT destroyed him. Game Changer destroyed him. Everybody destroyed this dude. I think Brian destroyed him. AJ, I think, destroyed him too. Everybody destroyed this dude because his talking points. And then now these screenshots are out there. So when he did come out and said something totally different two days later and said, oh, we need our smart, intelligent black men. We need our nerds and stuff like that. I said, yo, dude, I got the screenshots where you said they never exist. Oh, I didn't say that. Oh. So let me get to another point with that. Because let me see. I don't want this to go over a long time. So, what these guys that go against Sysbm want in general, they want to sacrifice you on the altar for these women, so these women and them can pick you apart, put you on the sacrificing table and then pick you apart, and then keep bringing more and more men that they feel like they want to sacrifice to these women. They want you to be the insurance plan where every time a female go out her way and becomes old or becomes addicted to drugs, and if she cleaned herself up for 2 years, you got to deal with that kind of crappy mentality that this chick has. Or they drop babies in them and they call themselves select, but they don't be selectively responsible for the stuff that they did. So now they broke these women and they try to shove it off to you. They want guys as an insurance plan. They want you to be the man every time a female or them drop spilt milk on the floor. You supposed to clean it up. Hey man, this is what their arguments is. Okay? Hey man, you don't need to be going to nowhere else. You need to clean up after these women over here when they spill milk. Hey man, you know, it's plenty of good women out here. You gotta clean up their spilled milk because that's what you supposed to be doing. Oh, we don't know you exist, but you need to clean up that spilled milk on the floor because you don't supposed to exist. Cause I'm not gonna do it. I'm too much of the alpha male to clean up stuff. Only beta males gotta clean up the milk for me, boy. They want you to be the guy that every time somebody spill milk on the floor, and they deem you the person to clean it up. Throw it on the floor, you clean it up. Throw it on the floor, you clean it up. That's what they think that your role should be. And this is why they arguing your point and trying to stop you from going somewhere else, because they need somebody to clean that milk up. If nobody cleans that milk up off the floor, that shit gonna smell, it's gonna leave stains and everything else. And they don't want that to happen, because once that milk dry up and once that glass on the floor for too long and all that stuff looks sour, it makes them all look bad. It makes the whole entire position in life look spoiled, like that milk on the floor. They want you to be the man who will clean their car, even though you never drive in that car. They never helped you in that car. They never drive you around. They never gave you a ride or none of that. They want you to wash their car every time it get dirty, because you are that car washer that they used up for so many years. You are the free labor that they've been using for so many years. That's what you are. The Sysbm guys, the guys that are away from this shit, they want you to be the car washer. Hey man, clean my car. Imagine that. Clean my car. Clean my car. Every time I hear these dudes talk about, yeah man, if you can't get women over here, you gotta go over here. Clean my car. Oh no, you gotta go state to state. Oh, these guys are not putting in the work. Clean my car. These guys, yo, clean my car. So they take you to car washer, because remember, none of them will ever admit that they messed up these women. None of them will ever admit that they dirtied the car up. But they want you, the good ones, the ones who had moral standards and an orderly life, a clean, neat life, to clean their dirty ass car. Because once you clean the dirty car, they're going to dirty that shit back up. They want you to make a community so they can ease their way in that community and dirty it up again. That's what they want you to do. They want you to clean that car so they can keep dirtying up and keep handing you a rag so you can clean it up. They want you to clean up a house that you don't live in. Remember, these guys was having all types of fun, everything. Yeah, man, I had all sex over here. I did all this and I did all this, and it was funny, and I enjoyed it. I was out in the street and I did all this. Okay, all these women are broken now. They fucked up. I'm not doing nothing with them. They destroyed. Oh, no, 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 no. That house that I used to be in right there is clean. No, it's not. Oh, no, you can clean that house up. Come on, man. Clean it up. Stop being lazy. Clean it up, man. And then you can have the house. Fix these women up. Give them something that I didn't give them. Fix them up. Talk to them for hours because I didn't want to talk to them for hours. Give them the best life you could give because I didn't give them nothing at all. I just give them good sex. And maybe you could be with her and have sex with her and live in that house. But guess what? You don't own that house and I have that house. So guess what? Sometimes you'll find me in the house that you cleaned up, sitting on your couch eating your food. Because, hey, I still got keys to this house. That's the kind of shit that they want you to do. These guys always have a key to these females' heart, vaginas, and they really try to pass it off to you so you can do all the work. Let's remember one person dealing with dysfunctional people. Save yourself. Remember, what do you save yourself from? This guy Junior. He got killed in a heinous way over a chick's word. So imagine that these dudes who tell guys not to go nowhere and there's women here, all this dysfunctional crap, and these women might try to pass off their bullshit onto a nice guy. So imagine that walking down the street, you don't know nothing, and she looking at you and said, this guy's a loser, he a weirdo, he's this, he's that. Her family comes. Yo, what happened to your face, Shaquisha? My boyfriend beat me up. He beat me. We gonna knock that nigga out. We gonna beat that boy up. We gonna stomp that dude out. Where your boyfriend at? He right there walking down the street. Point at the good man. Next minute you know you getting beat up. You get knocked out. You getting beat up. They stomping you. And they killed you. The guy that beat her up get to go back in the house. And guess what? You lost your life because the girl wanted to pass on the blame to a good man because she didn't think nothing of you. This is how these dudes work. You're expendable to them. You don't matter to them. You don't exist. So magically they so-called trying to put you on game. They think you believe them. That's why they come at Sysbm and they never came at the pimp. They never came at the drug dealers. They never came at the gang members. Like MOT said, they never came at people they do that to. I mean, these guys get a sexual gratification sleeping with other people's wife. And a new trend that I've been seeing for years is making a woman call her boyfriend while they have sex with the wife or the girlfriend while the guy is on the phone. They need the guys in Sysbm as an aphrodisiac. They'll sleep with your wife even though your wife is ugly so they can feel good about themselves. So they can stay excited about their fucked up lives. They need you here just like the women need you here. They have fun making you look bad, cucking you without actually you being in a room. Like this. I love you too. Bye. Slap, 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 slap. Who has done this before? Be honest. With these memes, with your experience, who you go in red pill spaces, your confessions, your online confessions, if the women didn't say you don't understand that you have single-handedly ruined so many women, and you told on yourself by going on social media. And then you try to act like it doesn't exist. And they think that guys in Sysbm are dumb. And they're not. it's been known that a big group of men has benefited off the small group of men's reputation, money, and even sexual gratification. But once these guys are worn out of the circulation, all they got is themselves. And they don't like to compete with each other. Just like kind of like the cowboys in the Wild Wild West. A lot of them would rob banks and do all types of other stuff, but they wouldn't go against each other and duel each other like that. If they heard somebody was better than them, they don't want to lose their life over some duel. And the other person don't want to lose their life over duel, so they never will meet up all the time. Now, I ain't gonna say it never happened, but the fact is, the cowboys did way too much back then. The outlaws did way too much out back then. And guess who stepped in? The government. The government said, we gotta wipe these dudes out. We gotta send numbers at them. We gotta do what we need to do to get these guys out of here because they are in the way. Pinkertons destroyed the cowboys and the outlaws. The government came off and started hiring certain people who got sick of them stealing and robbing their stuff. So this is what it is right here. This is what Sysbm is. This is like dealing with outlaws in the in the Old West. At some point, your time gonna end. Your time is gonna be done. What you could do now, it ain't happening anymore. Like your time is to be wiped out of existence or be shamed and ridiculed and leave. Like you don't understand that it's becoming more and more prevalent that these dudes really showing their hands, and it's like, wait, what happened? We were having such a good time. We were having such a good time being side dudes and having fun while guys on the other side, did what they wanted to do, and yeah. We can't end this time. We can't do this. Please. We need more years. We need more years to do what we want. We need more years. The fact is that just like when there was a surge of things going on, everybody's time had to stop. Everybody's time has to end. You had 50 something years to have your fun, and y'all did. Now it's starting to change, and y'all can't deal with it. Like, we got too many examples out here, like Akon's ex-girlfriend. We got too many examples out here, man. We got too many examples. Even in the 90s we had it, but it was prevalent right here. Like, these dudes are characters from How to Be a Player. I mean, this is Georgia Boy. This is GA Georgia Boy in all tests, on the whole thing, right? He was able to do what he wanted to do, and his girl took him back eventually. Kind of like this character on How to Be a Player back then. It reflects everything Georgia Boy is. And then he comes into space and says, hey man, you don't know what you're talking about, man. Y'all don't know. It's like, one thing that these guys didn't understand is that by you getting so many women, it took away these women values. I mean, it took away the value of these women. If somebody sees an adult entertainer perform and they see her with multiple people, only certain types of dudes is gonna wife that up. And a pool is so small that these women will literally take anything they get because they want to run from their past. But eventually they'll relapse and go with somebody else. And what these dudes didn't understand is that we watch y'all get y'all groove on with multiple women. But we also looked at these women as they wasn't valuable no more. Because if they was going to be in that circle of your rotation, they were no longer viable for men like us. And you didn't get that. There's guys out here, 3 men out here, I think I forgot, in Minnesota or uh, uh, Tennessee, 3 guys who have 75, 73 kids. All the women, if the guys find out, most of those women will not ever get married ever again. To actually have kids with one dude and give one dude that much access. You, the players, the ex-studs, the side dudes, most of you guys have ruined tons and tons of women for other men. And you were so greedy for all this stuff, and you did what you want to do. You didn't understand that eventually what you have done to the whole market has literally made people just leave it. You have ruined it for everybody else. And the women are doing what they want to do, but they're going to be alone. Most men can be alone. Most men got hobbies. That's the reason why these women are trying to ruin gaming and anime and TV shows. And the pushback is real for that. Once dudes get all this SJW stuff out of their atmosphere, we have our hobbies back, and we won't have to deal with none of that. And if we do, we gonna deal overseas. And that's the whole point, that y'all don't like that. We're not gonna play your games. We're not gonna save the women that you used up. You could have your women, but just remember, we seen these women. We seen their faces. We know what they look like. And every woman who sit in a crowd with you and you got to have sex with all of these women, guess what? All the men that they dumped and they dissed are no longer going to accept these women down the line. So half of you are going to be out here like this old dude in How to Be a Player, passing down the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst skills that you got. And then he end up getting played. But you're an old dude still trying to live that young life. You're going to be eternally by yourself. Like, who wants to come after being with who what kind of man with any type of morals or character or standards will want to date or even be around a female or even take a woman seriously who slept with 6'9"? A snitch, a weak boy. But you think that everybody gonna sit here? You think you running wild and you were doing what you want to do was not gonna come with no consequences, just like the Mongols or the Khans. Let me see. Genghis Khan. Like everybody try to compare themselves to Genghis Khan and how he did things and how he dominated and this and that and all this other stuff and all this other crap. But the fact is, he didn't. The fact is that all that brutalizing people and doing all this crazy stuff and what he did eventually will create enemies and people will wipe you out. Same thing with the Spartans. They were the toughest guys on the ground, and you're the Sparta, and everybody wanted to be a Spartan, and blah blah blah. They were wiped out too. So you didn't understand that. You didn't understand that. Mainly, you didn't understand that. Eventually, the dudes that watch you do this, and you didn't understand that the people who watch you do this wasn't going to break up into factions and learn how to get the advantage over you. I mean, it's funny that you make yourself say you're alphas and you're this and you're that, and people are beta, and you know this is this and that, and blah blah blah. I mean, the funny thing about the funny thing that everybody always use about the Mongols and you know all these other things. You know, we hunters, we gabbers, we this and we that. I mean, the Mongols got beaten multiple times by multiple people, and you don't say those kind of things. You don't put that information out, right? Because you don't want to be wrong. That you think that you will be like the Mongols. You will be the Spartans. You are alpha. Humans, we don't have alphas and betas and all this other stuff. I don't know why you keep using that. Because we have weapons and technology. We have all types of. We have higher intelligence. We can beat you with our mind without physically doing anything to you. I mean, the fact is, it's weird, and it's super weird when guys don't understand that you're a small percent, and once the bigger percentage of people turn around and say, yeah, we gonna break up into little small groups, and we gonna reflect on what we had to go through. You didn't plan for this. You had your fun. You did what you wanted to do. And that's a bad strategy. Because eventually SYSBM, MGTOW, the incels, all these other movements, this movement, all these men movements, eventually the 80% of men who don't get what they want, eventually they would have created something. They would have created splinter groups, and they gonna go right after you. Eventually it would have happened. Just like the Mongols, just like the Spartans, just like the outlaws in the Old West, just like the cowboys. Eventually they were all wiped out. So what you don't understand is that eventually there will be a time where your side dude culture will be wiped out. Maybe not in my lifestyle, but eventually America gonna start hurting because they can't make guys do what they don't want to do. They don't want that. They don't want them problems. So you're literally antagonizing the people that you need the most, but you didn't pay attention to what you was doing and what you participating in, and you didn't think, you didn't have foresight to understand that once you had your time running wild, you didn't set up these women, or you ain't turned these women away when you needed to turn some of these women away and told them to get, yo, you don't need to be out here. But a lot of these old behind players trying to resell these women, and these women out here all on the market alone, taking pills and depressed, and that's all they have is online pictures. And going to the gym and they're trying to revive their youth and hide the fact that they look old in the face. Look, I'm gonna give people pointers right out here right now, and I'm gonna make some. I'm probably gonna do a new video, but I'm gonna get down to it. These guys hate that Sysbm guys can go find better looking women and be happy over another country. These guys hate when guys smile in other countries. These guys hate it that these guys didn't have to play their game. They want these guys to pay these prices. Side dude culture is a billion-dollar industry that people do never talk about. The side dude culture is $1 billion. It's a billion or pretty much a multi-million-dollar thing in America. And that's what people would never tell you. So I'm going to end this right here.